Hey, gem hunter, have you ever stopped to think about what your dog might be doing while sniffing around? We often assume they're just playing or getting distracted, but what if in reality, they were on a secret mission? Do you believe your dog could find diamonds before a mining machine even gets close? It might sound like something out of a movie, but what many don't know is that dogs have such sharp noses that they can actually sniff out diamonds hidden in the ground, in places you'd never expect. Imagine this. While you're out walking, your dog could be just a few steps away from finding a real fortune, and you wouldn't even know it. Sounds crazy, right? Well, it turns out that in mining areas, dogs are trained to sniff out these precious stones with impressive accuracy. We're not talking about any random skill, but a unique ability that taps directly into a dog's ancient instinct to detect something valuable. And what if you could use that natural talent of theirs to uncover what's hidden right in front of you? The most fascinating part of all of this is that behind this curiosity, there's actual science explaining how and why this happens. And believe it or not, it's more common than you think. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel now, because here, I'm about to reveal secrets that almost no one shares. Rare content that can turn even a simple walk with your dog into a one-of-a-kind experience full of discoveries. While many believe the world's great riches can only be earned with noisy machines and tons of hard work, there's a quiet universe that almost no one notices. Imagine walking through an open field at dawn. The cold air fills your lungs, the smell of wet earth wakes up your mind, and a light mist covers the horizon like a veil of mystery. Beside you, your dog runs free, sniffing the ground as if it's decoding a secret code you can't see. Every stone seems like a clue. Every gust of wind, a whisper. He stops, sniffs, looks at you, and you don't get it. But what if, in that moment, he was about to reveal something that could change your life? Ancient peoples trusted these signs. They followed the flight of birds to find water, observed animals to discover food or dangers. Today, surrounded by screens and noise, we've lost that connection. But your dog hasn't. He's still talking to nature. And if you learn to listen to that silent conversation, you could uncover secrets that no one else sees. Secrets that are right beneath your feet. Now think about this. How many times have you yanked on the leash in a hurry without realizing that your dog was trying to show you something? He sniffs, insists, looks at you, and you just keep walking. In South Africa, dogs like this have found diamond deposits hidden for centuries. It wasn't magic, it wasn't luck, it was instinct. These animals have a connection to the earth that we've forgotten to have. While human explorers were digging in vain, a simple sniff pointed them in the right direction. Imagine turning every walk with your dog into a unique experience, where every reaction from him could be a signal, a warning, an invitation. You begin to see the world differently. Fields are no longer just fields, they turn into maps. The wind isn't just wind, it's a clue. And your dog's gaze is no longer ordinary. It becomes the key to a journey that's just beginning. And this journey goes far beyond simple walks. If you're curious to hear the secret I'm about to reveal, go ahead and hit that like button on the video. A dog's sense of smell is something that even scientists find mind-blowing. Studies show that they have about 220 million olfactory receptors, while we only have 5 million. This means they can detect odors at concentrations 100,000 times lower than we can. Imagine your dog identifying the scent of a buried gemstone as if it were obvious, while you just walk right by it. This ability comes from detecting volatile organic compounds, VOCs, tiny particles released by minerals and rocks, including those surrounding diamonds. To our eyes, nothing happens. To their nose, it's like there's a glowing sign that says, there's something valuable here. And once you understand this, you start seeing every walk in a whole new way. The scientific training process is equally fascinating. In labs and test fields, dogs learn to recognize the smell of kimberlite, a volcanic rock that indicates the presence of diamonds. Positive reinforcement turns it into a game. Find the right scent. Earn a reward. Their olfactory bulb, 40 times, larger than ours in proportion, processes information like a biological supercomputer. Also, during sniffing, the airflow through their nostrils works in two directions. It enters through one path, exits through the other, keeping the scent active longer. This unique anatomy creates something even the most expensive sensors can't replicate. And maybe, right now, while your dog is sniffing around in the backyard, he's picking up signals you have no idea about. Real-life cases have proven that this ability is no theory. In South Africa and Canada, dogs cut down months of exploration to just days locating promising areas. A standout case happened when a dog insisted on sniffing a spot that miners had already written off. They dug and found diamonds. The dog was following specific VOCs that were slowly rising through the soil. This scene shows that dogs are the bridge between the invisible and the tangible, turning scent into discovery. Now, imagine watching your dog sniff with such concentration on a simple walk. What if that ordinary moment was hiding something extraordinary? A dog's sense of smell goes beyond mining. It's used to detect diseases in humans, with accuracy rates reaching 90% in clinical tests. When we apply this ability to the world of minerals, every behavior from your dog turns into a potential treasure map. Sniffing persistently, digging in specific spots, or barking at the ground are signs you'll never ignore again. And the most interesting thing is that the more you learn about this, the more you start connecting the dots. Maybe that day he got obsessed with a corner of the yard wasn't just a coincidence. By the way, speaking of signs, tell me in the comments, has your dog ever shown strange behavior, sniffing or digging like he found something important? I'd love to hear if you've noticed these clues, and if not, keep an eye out on your next walk. And of course, hit that like button now, because when you do, the algorithm knows this unique content is worth sharing with more people, so you won't miss the next secrets that will blow your mind. Stay with me, because what comes next could show you how to turn simple walks into true expeditions of discovery, and you definitely won't want to miss it. The first step in turning every walk with your dog into an opportunity is learning to observe his behavior closely. Often, he's already giving you signals, and you just don't notice. Pay attention when your dog suddenly stops, sniffs insistently, makes small circles, or starts digging as if he's found something really interesting. This isn't random. It's his way of saying he picked up on a different scent, something that caught his attention. The secret is identifying the pattern. For example, if he sniffs quickly and keeps moving, he's probably just exploring out of curiosity. But if he stops and focuses on a single spot, tail wagging faster and breathing more rapidly, that's a sign that deserves your attention. Many trainers call this moment a natural alert, when the dog tries to communicate that he's found something out of the ordinary. The second step is knowing where to look. You won't find something valuable just anywhere. Focus on regions known for mineral activity, like areas near gravel rivers, lands with lots of rocks, or volcanic regions where kimberlite, the rock that indicates diamonds, can be found. In Brazil, for example, areas in Minas Gerais and Mato Grosso have histories of mining that could turn into real fields of discovery if you know how to observe. In other countries like South Africa and Canada, dogs are brought to places where miners have already passed through, because their sense of smell can detect spots that machines missed. A good practice is to walk slowly, allowing your dog to explore the ground, rocks, and bushes without rushing. and whenever he shows interest, mark or note the spot. Turn it into a mental map of scents, which could be very useful if you decide to investigate later. The third step is knowing how to act when he shows interest. When you notice your dog has found something that seems important, encourage that behavior with positive reinforcement. Treats, toys, and praise help strengthen the search instinct. This technique is the same used in training professional detection dogs. If you want to go even further, you can create a basic training routine at home. Hide small objects with specific scents in different places and reward your dog every time he finds them. This simple game activates his brain and sense of smell, making him more alert on real walks. It's like turning a simple walk into a natural treasure hunt, where every reaction from your dog could be a clue to something bigger. And the more he learns to associate discovery with reward, the more precise he becomes in his search. The fourth step is to record and organize the discoveries. It may seem like a small detail, but writing down every suspicious behavior or area of interest can be extremely valuable. Use your phone to take pictures of the spot, record videos of your dog's behavior, and if possible, mark the location on GPS. These records allow you to return later, investigate further, or even seek guidance from experts if you want to take the exploration a step further. This organization creates a strategic routine: walk, observe, record, and analyze. Little by little, you'll begin to recognize patterns in your dog's behavior that you never noticed before. And the more attentive you become, the stronger the feeling that you're decoding a secret language between you, your dog, and nature. Now here's an extra tip that changes everything. Don't ignore any unusual behavior. If your dog digs furiously, barks at the ground, or stays focused on a certain area, pay attention. Many discoveries start exactly like this. Also, drop a comment here. Has your dog ever had one of these reactions, as if he found something mysterious? I'd love to know if you've noticed these signs. Hold on tight, because next, you're going to find out how to expand these skills and even use other animals as allies. When we talk about diamond-sniffing dogs, many people think the phenomenon stops there, but the natural world is full of silent allies that can reveal signs of hidden riches. In many parts of the world, there are records of animals serving as natural guides. For example, in gold-rich areas of Australia, birds like ravens and kookaburras are observed by miners because they often collect small shiny stones for their nests, including gold fragments. Ants are also a powerful signal. Studies show that colonies in mineral-rich areas carry small grains of soil out of the anthill, which can indicate the presence of precious metals underground. Even rodents and armadillos act as natural excavators, exposing rock fragments that provide clues for alert explorers. What might seem like a simple movement from local wildlife can actually be a living map showing where the earth hides its secrets. So, when you're in an area with a history of mining or rocky soil, pay attention to the behavior of everything around you, not just your dog. Nature leaves clues all the time, but only those who've learned to look with attention and curiosity can see them. This awareness opens doors to a new way of exploring the world, where every walk turns into an investigation. Imagine that, on a single walk, you notice your dog sniffing intensely, see active ant colonies carrying small, sparkling grains, and observe birds flying repeatedly over the same clearing. All of these are signals that, when combined, could point to areas with valuable minerals. In some regions of Brazil, miners have reported that dogs, ants, and even birds have indirectly helped reveal deposits of precious stones. This interaction between humans, animals, and nature creates a fascinating cycle. While we seek technology to find treasures, the earth itself offers free and silent guides. Now that you know these secrets, start paying attention to every detail of your surroundings. It might be telling you a story that no one else is hearing. And now, You're about to discover how this awareness can completely change the way you see life. How many times have you walked through the world without noticing the small details that could change everything? Life is full of subtle signs, but most people rush by, distracted, unaware that the extraordinary often hides in the simple. Watching your dog sniff the ground, dig, or stop suddenly isn't just about canine curiosity. It's about connecting with something bigger. It's as if nature is whispering, "Look closer. There's something here for you to learn." And when you start to realize this, transformation happens. You understand that the answers you're looking for, wealth, happiness, purpose, are often right beside you all along, in gestures and signs that seem trivial before. Your dog's sense of smell becomes a metaphor for life. When we learn to sense what's hidden, we see opportunities that others miss. Walking without rushing, breathing deeply, and allowing yourself to observe the world changes everything. Every walk turns into an invitation to see the invisible, and every reaction from your dog is a reminder that the universe leaves clues for those who are ready to receive them. And it's in that moment that you realize that true wealth isn't just in the diamond he might find, but in the wisdom of living with awareness of the signs that have always been there, waiting for you to open your eyes. How many times have you walked through the world without noticing the small details that could change everything? Life is full of subtle signs, but most people rush by, distracted, unaware that the extraordinary often hides in the simple. Watching your dog sniff the ground, dig, or stop suddenly isn't just about canine curiosity. It's about connecting with something bigger. It's as if nature is whispering, "Look closer. There's something here for you to learn." And when you start to realize this, transformation happens. You understand that the answers you're looking for, wealth, happiness, purpose, are often right beside you all along, in gestures and signs that seem trivial before. Your dog's sense of smell becomes a metaphor for life. When we learn to sense what's hidden, we see opportunities that others miss. Walking without rushing, breathing deeply, and allowing yourself to observe the world changes everything. Every walk turns into an invitation to see the invisible, and every reaction from your dog is a reminder that the universe leaves clues for those who are ready to receive them. And it's in that moment that you realize that true wealth isn't just in the diamond he might find, but in the wisdom of living with awareness of the signs that have always been there, waiting for you to open your eyes.